Hi, this is Emil. Let's get into the configuration parameters again, and let's go to the Edit Display tab. This is for people who are posting new ads or editing existing ads. Okay, first item is the category selection style. There's actually three choices to choose. The reason there are three is because sometimes there are conflicts with either MooTools or jQuery JavaScripts. So that's why it gives you an option. Okay, the simple drop-down list, very simply, this is how it looks. Uh, and now you can just select the option that you wish. Okay. If you wish to change, you can go to a multi-tier drop-down list. This is ideal if it works on your site for very large category selections. Okay, let's refresh this screen. And here it asks you for categories. You can then select the major category, and then it'll ask you for the subcategory within that category. And in this case, that's all we had was two levels. So then it comes back with the main screen. If you decide you don't want this category, just select another one quickly, and it'll pop this information in for you. Okay? And then the third selection actually is then, with this multi-tier drop-down selection, you can choose either to use the white loader button or a block button, which produces a slightly different form, or a black button, which is basically a white rotating item on a black background. The block button actually is, you've seen these before, it actually pops up and will show you a slightly different format. Okay, that's what that'll look like. Okay, if you don't choose that and you select either the simple or the drop down menu selection, then this loader button doesn't even appear for you to choose. Okay, if we'll go back, refresh our screen to see how the different drop-down selection appears, and here's how it appears. Okay, so that you have multiple levels, and it will allow you to go 3 or 4 deep even, depending on how many levels you actually wish to set up. Okay, uh, the next item here is the required color. Basically, at the top of this of the edit screen, there's a legend here. Shows you what the fields will look like that are required and optional fields, and those are filled in accordingly. If you scroll down, see email, address, those are considered optional. Uh, the required fields, of course, have a green background in this case, and you can change that color to whatever you would prefer. Just use, again, a web-safe color or a web-safe hex value. Okay. The other item is a required character. If you enter this value in, then after the title of the field in a superscripted form will be the character that you use. So you can use something other than an asterisk. In this case, an asterisk seems to stand up well. Required data field. Here's where you can tell it how you wish to have the field legend and the name tagged. You can set for the field background so it shows up pale green, or just the name tag where you only see the required character. The field background would just be the default backgrounds. Okay, or you can just use only the field background, or you can set the tag after the entry field so that instead of after the title, here it's actually put behind the actual field itself. Okay, and you have many numerous choices, or just indicate you don't wish to display any required information. Okay, the other color then would be the optional color. Again, use a web safe name or hex to change this color so that it'll pop up here, and for the optional fields it'll be reflected there also. Now, for error color, you have two options. You can either set it for a background color or use it for the outline only. And you can choose that for just a border or background here. And what that does is when a user is entering in their item, if they pass over a field to pay, here you can see it. It will tell you what fields are in error. When you click on OK, if you scroll back up, here the fields are set in, they're just set for a border highlight. If this was set to a background color, then let's save this so you can see how it looks. And we'll refresh this screen. We'll scroll down. As soon as you pass over the Save or Pay Me button, it'll show you the errors. And here, all the fields are, the full background is in red now of the fields that need to be corrected. Okay, so you have your choice of either one of those. Seems that the border tends to not be as harsh, shall we say. Okay. Next item down, include featured ads in pricing. This is if you have the module that will display featured ads. What it will do is here, because we selected a category, real estate, that allows you to break down specific terms and value for this particular ad. If you choose a category that doesn't have any payments, they're free, in this case appliances, you won't even see that option. The only options you'll see is where you have some additional fields that will need to be paid for because you highlighted those specifically. But if we go back and we select, we'll go to vehicles or real estate residential, either one, and that'll come back and that'll then display the terms for this category and the amount to be paid. In this case, I have 4 different items that can be selected. And also, if you have featured ads included in your site, this will actually allow you to pay for the featured ad at this point in time, rather than having to do it separately, or where the user gets that option. Okay. Now display the user's IP address. That would normally be displayed down near the bottom. Whoops, we went over that. Here's the IP address. If you don't wish to have that displayed to the user, just turn this off. And then you have the default city, default state, county, and country. That's so that when a user is posting the ad and they don't have a profile pre-filled or they're not required to be registered, that then when they are filling out their information, that information can get filled in here. There, see how the information is automatically filled in for those particular fields. Okay, so that ends our edit display. Go to the next video to see the user cost. Thanks.